Okay, so now we're going to be putting it all together. All right. All together. So we're going to be using stuff from yesterday and stuff from today. So just some suggestions. Identify triangle. Okay. So is it a 30, 60, 90, or 45, 45, 90? It matters. Then you're going to determine given side. All right. Are you given there's just leg if it's a 45 and 45, 90? There's short leg, there's long leg, there's hypotenuse. There's a bunch of different rules in how to attack the problem. All right. Then it just, we'll even write that, attack using rules. So you got to know the rules. So in here, number one, this is a 30. It's not letting me write for some reason. Oops. Okay, now we're good. This is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. All right, and we're given the long leg. All right, so now I can use the rules, and this is literally what I was just writing above right here. This is stuff you got to know, stuff you got to memorize. But given the long leg, it's divide by radical 3 or multiply by radical 3 over 3. When we use radicals, it can go either way. So that means I'm going to multiply 12 by radical 3 over 3 in this case, all right? And then that 12 divided by 3 just becomes 4. So 4 radical 3. All right. And then the hypotenuse is just doubled. All right. To get to the hypotenuse, you just times 2. So x will equal 2 times 4 radical 3, which is 8 radical 3. And if you're really good at this, all I really need to see is what I'm highlighting in pink right now. If you just wrote down 4 radical 3 and 8 radical 3, bada bing, bada boom. All right. Next, what do we got here? Is a 45 degree triangle. All right, so we identified the triangle and we're given the hypotenuse. All right, and stuff we just got to remember. It did it yesterday, but when we're given the hypotenuse to get to the leg, you got to either divide by radical 2 or multiply by radical 2 over 2. In this case right here, I'm going to just multiply by radical 2 over 2. Remember, it's the same rules, just formatted differently. And boom, we get 2 radical 2. And then the legs are the same. All right, nothing over here, just 2 radical 2. So again, maybe you want to try these problems without me and see how it goes, or just watch and follow along. All right, again, given a 45 triangle, had the hypotenuse of 6. So I'm just going to multiply by radical 2 over 2 again. All right, that's the rules we talked about yesterday. Who would have thought you got to use something you learned yesterday today? And then the legs are just the same in a 45, 45, 90 triangle because it is an isosceles triangle. Okay, and here we're given a 30, 60, 90 triangle. I'm given the short leg. All right, so if we go to short leg to hypotenuse, remember you just multiply by 2 no matter what, get 4. And then to go to long leg, this is when you multiply by radical 3. That's the rule. So then that's going to just be 2 radical 3. And as you can see, if you know the rules, there's very little to write down. All right. In this case, we have 30, 60, 90. All right. hypotenuse. We are given the hypotenuse. Remember, we always want to find the short leg first. Find the short leg first. So instead of multiplying by 2, we must divide by 2. So b just equals 3 over 2. And then to go from short leg to long leg, it's just multiplying by radical 3. So a equals 3 radical 3 over 2. All right, cruising right along. In this case right here, we're given the long leg. So it's a 30, 60, 90 triangle. We're given the long leg. Now we gotta just attack using the rules. So since it has a radical, I'm just gonna divide by radical 3, because then it's just, boom, a whole number, y equals 5. And then the hypotenuse times 2, x equals 10. That's it. Again, complicated problems, but if you know the rules, super easy. In this case right here, a 30, 60, 90 triangle. I'm given the short leg. So let's find the hypotenuse first, just by multiplying by 2, u equals 16. And then the long leg, just multiply by radical 3. So v equals 8 radical 3. And then over here, 45, 45, 90. Haven't seen one of these yet today in terms of it gives me the leg. So y is the other leg. So that's automatically 3 radical 2. And then to go from leg to hypotenuse, that's when you multiply by radical 2. So in this case right here, 3 is going to be, x is going to equal 3 radical 2 times radical 2, which is just the same as 3 times 2, or 6. Cool beans. And then this one right here, hypotenuse is 16. We're given a 30, 60, 90. So find y, divide by 2, y equals 8. And then we find the long leg last, just multiply by radical 3. So y equals 8 radical 3. All right, so that's just a bunch of practice problems. Again, identify the triangle. Is it 30, 60, 90, 45, 45, 90? Determine the given side, then attack using the rules. All right, hopefully it's all starting to come together and make sense. 3 more problems on this video, and then you're on your own. A baseball diamond is actually a square. If each base is 90 feet apart, what is the distance from home to second base? All right, so that's 90, this is 90, this is 90, all right? A baseball diamond is actually a square, all right? So now it's saying, what's this distance? All right, since it's a square, this is a right angle, and then this just becomes a 45, 45, 90 triangle. So the exact distance, we'll call this D for distance, is just 90 radical 2. That's it. All right. Now, I don't know where my calculator, oh, there it is. I know it's 127 point something because I like baseball. It's about 127.3 feet. All right, but it's a special right there. That's how far a catcher has to throw to second base when someone's trying to steal. All right, what is the exact area of an equilateral triangle with side length of 6 centimeters? So remember, we need to draw pictures. So boom, there's a nice picture. All right. Now side length 6. Side length 6, side length 6. Remember, area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So we need to figure out the height. So let's boom, cut it in half. So then focusing on this, a little sloppy. But we have this 30, 60, 90 triangle. All right. 6 is the hypotenuse. So that means that this length is 3. And then the height is just 3 radical 3. So the area of a triangle, oops, I have 1/2 base times height, is just going to be 1/2. The base of the whole triangle is 6, but we used the 30, 60, 90 triangle to figure out that the height was 3 radical 3. Now multiplying straight across, we get 1 times 3, 1 times 6 times 3 times radical 3. So we're going to 18 radical 3 over 2, which just becomes 9 radical 3. All right. And then last problem, if a road grade has 30 degrees, all right, so the incline is 30 degrees, all right? You travel 1.5 miles along this road. How much elevation would you have gained in feet in 1 mile? All right, so this is a 30, 60, 90. So it's really just 1.5 divided by 2. That kind of looks goofy. What's 1.5 divided by 2? 0.75. All right, because this was the hypotenuse and we wanted to find the short leg, so we just divided by 2. All right, that's it.